So last video, I tested out the ion thermal plant mod, which of course means I need more ion cubes because I was running low. And it reminded me of one of the other mods. The Cyclops docking mod has a feature that I don't remember it having in the past, and I've been meaning to test out. So today we're going to check out the Cyclops docking mod's Autopilot feature. So this feature of the mod reminds me of Satisfactory. If you play Satisfactory, then you know with the vehicles, you want them to go a certain route, you've got to actually drive the route and program it. And this is no different. So there's two ways you can do this. You can do a route to another Cyclops docking segment on a base, or you can do it just to a random place. Now, obviously, if you start the autopilot, you record, and you stop it where you want that to stop. Or if you dock, it automatically stops at that dock location. I'm going to go and build a base using this feature at the gun platform where I've got the teleporter down to the containment facility. And I'm going to put a dock there because I want to be able to record the way back. Now, again, you can do this where you just simply pilot someplace, you save the path, and it will take you back there. But I like the idea of having both directions covered. So I want to drive out there, dock, set that as one path. And from my understanding, it doesn't automatically pilot like reverse, so you gotta drive back from the other location. So I am heading to the platform first in my sea moth so I can set up a small base. Okay, let me scoot over a little bit. There we go. And of course, we need some power. So I have brought the supplies for 3 solar panels. I mean, I'm not going to be doing much here initially. It's just to give me a place to autopilot to and from. So 3 solar panels should be enough. And because I am going to be adding a bunch of stuff to this, I'm going to add in a reinforcement. Yeah, all right, 12.9. That gives me plenty. So let's see, I did one of these. And, yeah, I did it like this. I may just stick with this and go simple. This is what I did at the other base. So we're going to have that. Worst case, if it doesn't line up, which is not actually line up that great over there, but if it doesn't line up too well, you know, it'll be fine. It's fine. Or, can't make, you know what? No, better idea. We'll set it here because I'm pretty sure that should not interfere with it. It should not be my Cyclops is wide enough that this is a problem. And one last thing, I'm going to do a beacon here. So the reason for the beacon is so that I can avoid having to go to the surface initially with this Cyclops and kind of look for that fog that surrounds the mountain so I can aim for it. The beacon's there just to give me a point of direction so I can stay underwater the whole trip and make it just like a nice underwater traveling adventure thing. Right, so here we go. Go ahead, power up the engine because I'm assuming that's probably a thing. Wow, that's a... Oh, that's the ampules. I was about to say that's a lot of enemies in the area, but that's the ampules. So we're going to go ahead and kick it up to standard. So we start the island. Okay, new route. So you got to do that first. Now it's recording. You see it start recording. And I'm automatically undocking now. So it's handling that part for me. And now it's recording route. So I'll get backed up. Oh, so slowly. And there's my beacon. Again, so I don't have to go all the way up to the surface to look for the fog around the mountain. Instead, I've got this. And now I just have to maneuver my way around the terrain where I don't hit anything. So I do not remember seeing this in the instructions, but I have a feeling that this probably does not account for things like collisions. So things like the reef bats could cause problems in certain areas. And of course, going through Reaper territory where you might incidentally get attacked during one of the replays, basically, not when you're recording it, but when you're telling it to go there on autopilot. I'm assuming that could possibly mess it up, but maybe not. And there's Mr. Reaper after me. Why are you doing this on my recording? Huh? you're doing it when I'm recording the route. You know, the worst time you could attack me. Okay, now I gotta maneuver this because I did stay up a little bit higher. I'm sure I could come back and re-record this a little bit better. And that may actually be, I was thinking it was gonna be too close, but I could be wrong. It is too close. Well, great. Okay, start recording. So that is Route 1. That's not what I wanted, and I got leaks. So I wasn't planning to do it this way, but this actually can work out in my favor because having to redo this here, I'm now going to be able to dock it here. And now the docking is taking effect. Yes, yep, it's doing it on its own. So this time I'll record going the other way and then record coming back. And that means when I get back, the test run will take me home. And we'll find out if it works. Right, here we go. So hopefully successful docking completion now. I'm just going to tap it in. Oh, there we go. Okay. Autopilot's taking over. And again, if you're going somewhere, you just want to stop random, you can choose to, it says start recording is stop recording once you already got it spinning recording. But it's supposed to automatically stop when you dock. So let's go. Wait. Here it docks. Shut the engine off. Yeah, shut it off. Come on. Turn it off. Okay. There it goes. Come on. I hear it. There. Okay. Route's not selected. So let's go here. Route 1. Okay. So you can change the name. And remember, I got to delete that one because that one's messed up. But before I go this time, sonar upgrade and saving the game this time. I got a good route for that one. I didn't delete that one yet. Okay. Delete that. Yep. Okay. So now we're going to do new route. And we're going to go start recording. Since I did it at the other spot, I probably helped to also grab control. Yep, do that. Let it automatically kick off the engine. And I'm assuming it should accommodate for that, even if you already like record with the engine on when you start the recording. I feel like it should accommodate for that, but it could be a good just in case to let it trigger the engine automatically for you. Ooh, yeah, skirting past just barely. Look, that's gonna look very nice when I go back through here. And again, Mr. Reaper getting up here messing with me. Oh, you really are messing with me. Look at that. He is knocking me around horribly. I mean, I'm like all off kilter now. Oh. Maybe I should go around the other side of the mountain to dock here. I wasn't even that low. You know, I tried to keep myself from getting too low and in his business, but that apparently was not suitable enough distance. Okay, this is going to be an interesting replay. I'm going to have to test that one coming back. Yeah, all right, come on. I need to go take care of my leaks before I drive back. Yeah, come on. It moved backwards and then moved forwards, trying to line up. So I hope it's working. Okay, there it goes. I was starting to wonder if it was like missing. Okay. So now, Route 2. Okay, not really Route 2. We're going to say to main base. Okay. And start the autopilot. So autopilot to main base. All right, yep. Takes a second, it has to think about it, but the engine starts on its own. It's got me set to standard, which is good. So it at least either recognized that I had it set like that during the drive, or that it I didn't see it switch, but it at least switches to whatever speed you're using. And then I don't remember having to adjust like that going forward. Yeah, I did not do this. I did not like pull forward, back up, pull forward, back up, pull forward, back up. So it's taking some liberties with this. It's definitely not doing the exact same approach I did, but it is now raising up like I did. It seems to be going slower. Even though the speed is set the same, it seems like it's going slow. It's stopping and going vertical. Like it's driving up. So yeah, it stops moving forward. It moves forward, moves backwards while it's going up. I did not do that. I just went forward the whole time and went straight up. So apparently if you tell it to go up, it has some problems. But let's see how it handles this, because it was dark. I kind of veered at the last second, so it's doing that. Seems to be okay. Am I going to hit? No, it seems fine on that. Just very strange on how it handles going up. Okay, now, can I step away? Yeah, no. I can? Yay! It says sound horn, you know. It didn't say, let go or anything. I can step away. All right, I can do stuff. In my base, in my Cyclops now, I can be working while it's driving. Whoa. Okay. That's a little odd. The map is overlaying on top of this. Okay. Well, not the map, the beacon manager. Okay, that's weird. I wonder if it's because of using the beacon in some way. And okay, yeah, a little weird getting through the doorway there. I kind of wish this was part of the game normally. Like this was vanilla. We had a dock sort of like that for the Cyclops, and you could record a route and let it go. Let's see how it handles my terrain right here. It did. Yep, it goes up a little bit to make sure it doesn't hit. Okay. It didn't have to stop and go forward, backwards for that. And it's going down a little bit. Okay. And you see my Y coordinate. See as it starts to, go lower. Let's see if it does that same weird thing again. Oh, there it goes. It stops. Going forward, starts going reverse. And then continues going forward while still going down in depth. So yeah, apparently there's a problem with the going up and going down, at least if you're doing it while you are moving in a direction. Maybe if you just do it like, oh, let me just go straight up and then go, or straight down and then go, it might be fine. That is a weird way that it's handling it. It definitely is odd. Well, let's watch this lovely docking sequence, which honestly is, good. I mean, it automated the docking sequence for me anyway. Reached route in. Okay, exit. I want to let go. Now it's not low. There it goes. Oh. Except it did not dock. It interrupted my docking sequence. I hit E. One of the things is you can stop the docking sequence by hitting E. I think it said 3 times. Apparently, that's what it counted it for. So I'm not sure how I got loose earlier where I could walk around. So let's go back the other way where I had the problem with the Reaper attacking me. But also, I'm not going to pilot. I'm going to actually go here and select that. I'm going to say to Ion base. Okay, maybe that's part of like what happened. Is when I was naming it. All right, to Ion base. Here we go. I'm not touching. I'm gonna see this happen. Okay, so we can see it's starting. There it goes ahead standard. I didn't hear it say that the other time. That's fine. I'm also not moving. Okay, let me grab hold. As soon as I grab hold, it disconnects from the dock. So maybe I somehow glitched it and got free where I could not have to, you know, be piloting the whole way. Here we go. We're gonna see it happen. I bump into a reef pack. It's all up in my business. So get out of the way, dude. I'm obviously not pushing against him very hard. I didn't hear like an impact. So it makes me think, is he going to throw off my direction? Or I'm going to end up driving into the side of the mountain because it's not counting it on like the GPS coordinates. It's counting it on basically how long I held the button down. Well, right now it seems to be on course as I approach the mountain, but I just noticed it stopped moving again. It stopped going forward and did the backwards thing and then went forward again. And I wasn't going up, down, left, or right. So there seems to be some situation that causes it to do that, basically almost like a stutter type of thing, a stumble. So despite recording it and having the Reaper interact with it, messing it up, it seems to have handled that recording fine. And this time I had the reef back interfere along the way, as well as the Reaper interfering again, and it seems to have handled those interruptions as well. But it's still a question of why is it doing the stop, like where it's going forward and then stops, goes in reverse for a moment, then goes forwards again, does it like it's got some significant points there where it's doing that. That is a bit. Docking started 20 seconds ago, forcing eject. I'm not sure about that. To be able to use the autopilot, I have to dock. Well, it didn't complete the dock, so now I gotta try to make it complete the dock. Hopefully it's going to work. Why is it going too far backwards? Oh, there it goes. So it's doing the same type of thing in the docking sequence. So it's almost like the mod is triggering at certain points. There's a certain amount of movement that causes it basically to create like, it seems almost a waypoint, and then it does kind of the docking sequence. It's like lining it up to that waypoint and then continues on. Unfortunately, that, especially in the Reaper territory, could be a little dangerous. Okay, this time, no hiccups. I mean, literally did not have a reef back in the way. Just perfectly fine. Let's see if it actually completes the dock this time instead of like ejecting me because it can't dock. That would be kind of a problem if in the end it doesn't matter that you pilot to the dock, that it can't handle it. And it looks like it's stuck again. I am not docked. It did not turn off the engine, but it's also not moving. Okay, literally stopped at the end. You're still going to have to most likely at least hit the forward button one time just to get it to trigger. Apparently, it does not handle the docking sequence at the end on the autopilot part. So yeah, definitely some issues with it. You know, it'd be great if it was where you could just walk freely around and be like, oh, hey, you know what? I'm getting hungry. While that's piloting, I'm going to come back here and I'm going to grab me a snack, you know, replant everything, eat up, yum, yum, yum. I'm done. Good. Hey, you know what? Let me go over here and I'm going to fabricate something, or I'm going to go check my stockpile or whatever. It'd be great if you could do that. But again, I had some problems, like especially that doorway right there, getting through. A couple cases, it kind of jittered me a bit because I guess collision, and obviously it was not meant to let me out of the pilot seat while it was still driving. But that would have been a cool feature to have in the game. But if you want to check out, it's part of the Cyclops docking mod. Again, to start the route, you do have to be docked regardless. You do not have to be docked to end the route. But of course, if you just end the route, not docked, then you don't have a starting point to go back the other way. So it's a one-way trip on autopilot, and maybe that's fine for you. Otherwise, the only thing to worry about is danger zone. So I would not put this through any area that has heavy Reaper activity. Through the dunes, no. If you're going to go right past the Reaper like I did, you may want to make sure you got the shield or the decoys ready to go and be ready to trigger them at the appropriate time.